And what resistance were you met with being a woman?
Let me just tell you my experience of being hired as a financial advisor in 1980. And in 1980, I had just come off being 7 years as a waitress at the Buttercup Bakery, making $400 a month. The people I had been waiting on all those years got together and lent me $50,000 to open up my own restaurant, told me to take it to Merrill Lynch. I did. And within 3 months, all the money was lost playing the options market. So I didn't, what do? You borrowed $50,000, you're making $400 a month. So I thought, I know I can be a broker. They just make you broker. So I go in to interview for a job as a broker. I think I can do this too. And I met in the manager's office by a man by the name of Peter Sansevero, who was the manager at the time. And this was the year of affirmative action, where they had to hire women because out of the 100 brokers there wasn't one woman. And you know what he says to me? He says, I'm going to hire you, but I'm going to fire you in 6 months because, I really believe women belong barefoot and pregnant.
Wow.
That's what he said to me. And of course, I said to him, how much are you going to pay me to make me pregnant? Because I always had this kind of like sassy attitude that I still have today. But that was the resistance. And even when I first became, somebody who would go on television and everything, it was difficult. Even on CNBC the very first year, nobody really took it seriously until I became the number one show on CNBC for almost 13 years. But it was like, oh, Susie, she's just Susie the Floozy, emotions and psychology. And you could tell all the men were even getting a little bit freaked out because I had 9 Steps would sell 1 million copies in 1 month.
Wow.
And it was a fascinating thing to work my way up as a woman there and be recognized. And, even to this day, we have a place at the table, but we don't have a place at the head of the table.